get started, I will be using 2 pounds of lean ground turkey meat. I will also be using 3 tablespoons of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 3 tablespoons of Maseca, which is an instant corn flour mix, typically to make corn tortillas or tamales. I'm using it as a thickener. I'm also going to be using 5 to 7 cloves of fresh garlic minced, 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, 1 small to medium onion. I will also be adding 1 zucchini and 1 carrot grated into the chili, and this is optional, but I try to sneak in vegetables for my kids. I will be using my 5-quart stainless steel pot to be cooking the chili in. I also want to mention I will be using some chicken stock that I have on hand. Here I have 1 quart, but ultimately I'll be using about 3 cups. To prep my ingredients, I'm going to grate the zucchini, carrot, and onion. You can just chop these vegetables or leave them out, especially the onion. You can dice them, but if my kid sees a diced onion, he's going to start picking at the chili, so I might as well go ahead and grate it with the rest of the vegetables. Now that I have finished grating all of my vegetables, I am going to add a couple tablespoons of oil to the bottom of my pot. I'm going to let that heat up, and then I'm going to add my onion, carrot, and zucchini. I'm going to let this saute for about 5 minutes or until the onion is translucent, the zucchini and carrot is soft. I'm also going to add a pinch of sea salt. I'm actually out of kosher salt, but sea salt actually has a lot more health benefits than kosher salt, so that's okay. But I will be seasoning in layers. So right now, just a pinch of salt to the vegetables while I sweat them out. Okay, so now that my onions and veggies are nice and soft and translucent, I am going to add the garlic. And I'm just going to let that saute just for a little bit. Okay, so now that that's sauteed, I'm not even going to remove any of the vegetables or garlic. I'm just going to create a space in the pot, and now I'm going to brown off the turkey. I would also like to mention that here recently I've received several comments asking what type of cookware that I use or things that I use in the videos. So as best I can, I am going to start listing links in the description box along with the ingredients, as always, if you're interested in what type of cookware that I use in the videos to make it a little bit easier. Now that the turkey is nice and browned, I am now going to continue to add the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so as you can see, after mixing in the Maseca, the 3 tablespoons of Maseca, you'll see that the ground chili and all the seasoning and spices have tightened up. It's a very thick consistency. So now I'm going to add just my first cup to a cup and a half of chicken broth, or if you're using chicken stock, and I'm just going to mix that into the ground turkey and thin it out. I'm going to start building a nice sauce, a nice chili with this. Ultimately, I'll be using in between 2.5 to 3 cups of chicken broth. And also, my chicken broth has already been salted. It's not overly salted, but if you'll notice, I'm not adding a lot of salt. But if you're using a low sodium broth or stock, you want to add salt to your own taste. So now that I mix that in, I'm adding an extra cup. And again, I'm probably going to be using about 3 cups of stock. And if you want a thicker consistency, scale back on the stock that you use. But 3 cups was pretty good for me. So just a little bit more. I'm going to mix that in, and I'm going to let it come to a simmer. Now that that is simmering, I'm going to cover with a lid, and I'm going to allow it to simmer for about 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes, and my chili is done. I actually am not a big fan of beans inside my chili, but I'm outnumbered in my household. So I'm going to be adding 2 cans of red kidney beans. I'm going to drain them, give them a rinse, and add them to my pot of turkey chili. So that is optional. If you're not big on beans, you can add other types of beans or just leave them out. But I guess the rest of my family likes beans in their chili, so I'll go with the majority. I'm just going to allow the chili to simmer for an extra 10 to 15 minutes just to allow the beans to heat through because they're already cooked. Okay, I'm so ready for a delicious bowl of my turkey chili. You can garnish it with sour cream, chopped onion, green onion, but I'm going to add some cheddar cheese. And I'll be eating this with a side of sweet cornbread. And if you want that recipe, you can wait to the end of this video and click on the picture icon and it'll take you straight there. I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching. Hey guys, you can click on the video icons for more recipes, or you can click on my picture icon to subscribe. Thanks for watching.